everyone, good morning. I sincerely welcome you in Jakarta. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sania Putriatika. You can call me Sania. I will be your tour guide in visiting the Ramli Mustafa Mosque. Now you are at the Ramli Mustafa Mosque, which is located across from Lake Sunter, or precisely on the road South Danau Sunter, 1 Block 110, number 12C, 14A, North Jakarta. First, I will explain you all about the Ramli Mustafa Mosque. As the name implies, the Ramli Mustafa Mosque was built by a businessman of Aceh descent named Haji Ramli Rasidin. This has been Ramli's dream since he was young in the early 1970s. Interestingly, Ramli is a new convert to Islam to the age of 19. He then realized that dream in 2011. 5 years later, in 2016, the construction of the mosque was complete and inaugurated by Professor Dr. Nasaruddin Umar, who is the Grand Imam of the Istiqlal Mosque. Ramli Mustafa Mosque is known as the Taj Mahal of Indonesia. This mosque was inspired by the story of the establishment of the Taj Mahal monument, which tells about its construction as a place for the embodiment of love between a king and his wife. This is an inspiration for the owner of the Ramli Mustafa Mosque to hope that this mosque is a proof of love for Allah, Islam, and family. The Taj Mahal is indeed the inspiration for the design concept of the Ramli Mustafa Mosque, but actually, the unique architecture and the beauty of the ornaments on the mosque are a combination of three cultures, namely India, Arabia, and China. Indian culture is reflected in its designs, which is similar to the Taj Mahal. The inspiration of Chinese culture can be seen for the many ornaments of the mosque in Mandarin, while the inspiration for Arab culture was obtained by Haji Ramli and his family while performing Umrah and taking a walk to the Prophet of Mosque in Medina. Another uniqueness of the Ramli Mustafa Mosque is the calligraphy of the Quran on the walls. As you can see at the back, the letter is also covered in three languages, namely Arabic, Indonesian, and Mandarin. Chinese characters are present to indicate that the mosque was founded by Chinese descent. The existence of the Quran, which is translated into Mandarin, is also intended to make it easier for tourists from China who want to understand Islam. The writing of the letter Al-Fatiha in Mandarin is also intended as a way to spread Islam to the ethnic Chinese community. If the Taj Mahal manages to become a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Ramli Mustafa Mosque has success in becoming the newest place for the spread of Islam in Jakarta. As a place of worship and also a religious tourism destination, this mosque already has a number of adequate facilities, especially those intended to support worship activities such as prayer rooms, ablution place, toilets, stairs, and elevators. The main room for prayer is located on the second floor. To reach it, there is a main staircase at the front of the mosque for the elderly, pregnant women, and people with disabilities can use the elevator. In addition to the two elevators, the mosque manager also provides special toilet for persons with disabilities, both men and women. From the uniqueness of this mosque, I recommend it to high school students when studying Indonesian history about the spread of Islam. By doing religious tourism, you can add insight on matters relating to the inclusion of various religions in Indonesia. So many explanation about the Ramli Mustafa Mosque. Hopefully it will be useful and can help you in understanding more deeply about Indonesian history in terms of religions. And after you visit the Ramli Mustafa Mosque, you can increase your interest in Indonesian history. See you on the next tour.